Hey sightseers, Sightseeing Sally here. Guess where we are? We're in Death Valley, one of my all-time favorite spots. And look at those views. Aren't they just magnificent? I could seriously look at this scenery all day long. Anyways, I'm out here exploring this wash. I stumbled upon a coyote. Unfortunately, at that point in time, I didn't have my camera out, so I missed out on filming him. But I'm hoping if I walk up that way, I might run into him. Well, I wasn't exactly expecting to go garbage picking, but since it appears there's a couple of bags laying here, I might as well pick the crap up, drag it back to camp, and properly dispose of it. Seeing as there's only one way into this, I'll leave that here for now and then catch it on my way out. I'm going to continue on for a bit, and then I got a real treat for you. We followed up on a hot tip and somehow managed to get permission to get into a section of the park that's been closed down for the last, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 years. So as soon as I'm done exploring this wash, I'm going to head back to camp, grab Marty, and we're going to jump in the truck and go check that out. Well, it looks like the park could really use some help with a cleanup crew out here because, look, more garbage. Yeah, good luck pulling that out of the dirt. It pains me greatly, but I'm going to have to leave that here because I don't think I have the strength. And I didn't come equipped with a shovel to dig that out. Now, from the looks of it, it almost seems like somebody's been dumping garbage back here for a while. Which, I get it. You know, back in the day, that's what they used to do, was dump their garbage out wherever. But these are Cisco food boxes. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but they didn't have Cisco food boxes back in the early 1900s. Which means it was probably done recently by somebody local from one of the 2 resorts that's here. And with the amount of money that they charge to stay at those resorts, you would think they could afford to get rid of their garbage the normal way. But no, they've chosen to dump it off in a wash in Death Valley. And it seems the farther I go along this wash, the more garbage I'm finding. And look at that. And that's like stuck. Like I can't rip that out. And I'm way the heck back here. I'm only one person. And it's not like I can haul all this garbage out by myself. Oh, this is interesting. This is showing who this was billed to and shipped to. But it's general delivery in Death Valley. But they do have a Gmail address. I wonder if they know that all this garbage is being dumped back here. You know, this is pretty crappy, if you ask me. This is our national park, and this is what's happening here. I don't know if you know this, but Xanterra is the company that is running the 2 resorts that are down here in Death Valley. And their reputation, at least online, from what I've heard, isn't so good. Now, I don't want to be pointing fingers, but this isn't looking too good for them, I'll have to say that. At least in my opinion. I highly doubt that this is coming from the Native American tribe that's here. Well, so much for tracking down that coyote. Doubt we'll find him now, considering all the noise I've been making and the fact that I'm on this garbage hunt. Well, look at that. Somebody lost some money when they threw out their garbage. Hell yeah, I'll take that $1. This is probably somebody's tip money that somehow ended up in the garbage instead. Well, I wonder what the National Park Service will do when they see this. You think they'll actually send somebody out here to clean it up? And you can tell that this has been going on a while and that this isn't just garbage that blew up in the wash. I mean, some of this stuff is actually buried. Yeah, this definitely has to be coming from the resorts. Look, silver medal brand, 2-ounce pork sausage patty, fully cooked, heat and serve, keep frozen. Need a raincoat, anybody? It's an Arc'teryx, size large. Yeah, this is definitely coming from the resorts, in my opinion. Again, I can't prove it, but I highly suspect it. I don't believe it's somebody's personal garbage either. I mean, you got boxes here for bananas and other things that we've seen along the way, other food items, so. Which, I have to say, Xanterra isn't high on my list of great places for managing our national parks. Well, look at this. This just confirms that it's resort related because it says, present to guest representative upon registration, retain this check, and it has to do with bags. Giving your name, room number, and number of bags for baggage claiming at the resort. I'm gonna stuff this in my backpack next to that $1 that I'm taking. Anyways, what I was saying about Xanterra is that I suspect that they are also overusing water from Texas Spring to the point where the spring itself is pretty much dried up. Yesterday, Marty and I hiked to Texas Spring. I didn't film it, it was just something for the two of us to do. Anyways, when we got there, we discovered that they've got all these like, well, I don't know what you want to call it, machinery equipment built in over there, and you can hear the water at the origin of the spring. The spring itself, where it used to be, is bone dry. There's barely a trickle there to keep the wild plants and the wildlife watered. It's my understanding that they shouldn't be using nearly that much water. And obviously it's going over to the 2 resorts because one, they're using this water from the spring to supply a pool, a warm water pool. And I don't know about the other resort because I haven't been there personally. But again, this is what I suspect, what I believe. I have no actual proof other than what I saw. Anyways, I think it's time I head back down. I've actually run out of room. This is basically the end of the wash, and up there you can see the little tea house I hiked to with Marty the last time we were in Death Valley. So I really don't have a need to hike up there today. I'm gonna hike back down, and I think we're gonna get in the truck and go check out that awesome tip I was telling you about earlier in the video. On my way back, I discovered this in the wash. You see what it says on the letterhead? The Oasis of Death Valley. Now we know where it's coming from. The Oasis of Death Valley. Xanterra has the contract to run that. So we know that it's coming from them. It's just how it's getting there. It's either purposefully being put there, or however they're managing their waste management is not effective.
Negligence.
Either way, it is a sorry shame of what they're doing to Death Valley. In the meantime, if y'all could do me a huge favor and share this video, help me get the word out about what's really happening in our national park, in Death Valley, with the garbage being tossed where it shouldn't be, and with what I suspect is happening to the springs near the resort. So what you need to do is this. First, give the video a big old thumbs up. They are free. Plus, it lets YouTube know that you like the video. Leave a comment in the comments section below, because the more comments I get, the more that YouTube sees that people are interested in the video, the more the video is going to get pushed out to others. Finally, it only takes a couple of seconds for you to copy and paste the link from this video to share it on your social media pages, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or Reddit, or any other social media platform. Copy and paste it, takes a couple of seconds, and it helps get the word out. Thanks for helping me get the word out. Until next time, this is SightseeingSally.
Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible.